Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Big Mark coming at you with the real in your ear. Before I go into my next topic, I want to give you a head up. The month of June, there will be a spiritual pivot in America and on our whole planet. You're going to see these things transpire in the news, and when they do, I elaborate on them. All right, let me get into my topic. My topic is how to spot a predatory pastor. See, I have started an organization that's on the ground right now called PAP, Pastors Against Pedophilia. And we are determined to make sure that the flocks are safe in Huntsville and Alabama, yea, across America. And we're doing this as we speak. Okay, number one, if a pastor is over complimenting you, he sees you before church school that Sunday or Saturday morning. Sister, that's a lovely dress. Then in intermission, right before the service starts, he sees you again. Where'd you get that dress? That's tight. And then he sees you after church. Sister, that dress. Man, I just need to know where you got it. And you giggle. Got her. See, what we do as predators and men, we use flattering. And women that are easily flattered, that's what we search for. So when we search for that, we use complimenting. So watch out for a pastor that's complimenting too much. Number two, if a pastor is counseling women and young women in private sessions, that is not how we do it. Even the Bible says, let the older men teach the younger men, and let the older women teach the younger women. A man ain't got no business teaching a woman about sex unless he's your daddy or unless he's your husband. Not even a pastor. You married couples, do not let a pastor counsel your wife in private sessions. You come today, then she come tomorrow, and then I'll bring you both together. You make sure there's a witness, somebody outside that door. Do not let him have private sessions with your wife. It's a setup for him to fall, and it's a setup for her to fall. Another one. If a pastor is asphyxiated on sex to the point where he'll talk about it around men, women, boys and girls, he don't care. Let's just talk about sex. It's very dangerous because when you have an open forum of sex like that, perverts and predators are going to be listening. And they're listening to what women think about sex. They're listening to, oh, what she think about that? Nah. When men talk about sex, it's supposed to be like a man cave. Women's supposed to get together and talk about sex. If married couples want to talk about sex, they got marriage retreats for that. But I got a colleague on Facebook right now. He's talking about sex with men, women, boys, girls, everybody. And he's not talking about sexual abuse or sexual corruption. He's just talking about sex. He's already admitted that he's been on porn. That's his testimony. He was hooked on porn as a pastor. So what you're seeing is this perversion seeping out. His judgment is clogged, and he's branding himself the sex pastor. Watch out for pastors who carelessly and frivolously talk about sex before his congregation, and especially in front of men, women, and children, and open forums on social media. He's actually setting women up to get trapped and setting men up that were predators for the kill. Finally, the way we dress. There's nothing wrong with dressing fine. There's nothing wrong with dressing nice. There's nothing wrong with dressing good. But it's a difference when you're dressing like a pimp. Pinstripe suit, polka dot tie, pimp hat cocked to the side, Stacey Adams shining, everything clean, clean, clean. Look, if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, got feathers like a duck, it's a duck. When pastors dress overly alluring, very sensual, to the eyes of a woman, especially when he's single too. Watch him. He pimping. He preaching pimping. These are just a few tricks of the trade that pastors use to prey on their parishioners. I'm going to come with some more later. I hope you enjoyed this little small session. Watch out for them, because they're there. And remember, falling is a lot like flying till you hit the ground. So keep your head up. Peace.